Oh man, I am so late to the party. I could have done this a while back, but a lot of things have been happening, and you know what? Whatever. I'm too happy. I'm so happy to do this. So, what do you say we kick things off by allowing you guys to listen to this very iconic and very awesome theme song? Hey everybody, it's Highly an Alchemist, and welcome to Let's Play Banjo-Kazooie! And, I'm at a loss for words for this because I've been so excited to do this game for quite a long time now. So yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, it's, without a doubt, it's one of my personal favorite games of all time, and I'm sorry if I'm kind of pausing so much, it's just that I've been really excited to just be able to play the game again and just be able to commentate over this. Holy shit, I am 8 years old again! I'm serious. I mean, just playing the game again, I feel like such a kid just playing this game again, and it's hard for me to just come up with anything to say about, you know, how super pumped I am to be able to play this. I mean, I let me tell you, I love Banjo-Kazooie. I love the series to death. It's like I'm a huge fan of it. It's, you know, I grew up with this game. Well, both Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, I've had so many fond memories, so many happy memories of the game, of those games together, and it's just, I'm sorry, I know, I'm very sorry if I just keep finding a way to just try to come up with things to say. I'm just too happy about this. So anyway, so we're kicking things off here. We have Gruntilda, who's very well known for her fabulous rhyming, and that's actually what I love about her, because, you know, her rhymes are very charming. We see here that she thinks that she's the most beautiful of them all, but apparently there's somebody who's prettier than her. It is, of course, none other than Tooty, which we can see right here. And so I guess you guys know how this goes if you are pretty familiar with the series. But anyway, so yeah, I think I kind of want to go on to say this, but let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of losing my train of thought here. Yeah, this commentary is going to go so well, isn't it? I mean, I'm sorry, I can't help it, but, you know. Man, just, like I said, I feel like I'm 8 years old again just playing this, but anyway, so, let me, start things off right here. What should I say? So like I've been saying, I've been a die-hard fan of Banjo-Kazooie for so long. They've been a part of my childhood. I have a lot of happy memories with it, and, you know, no matter how many times I go back to those games, I can never get bored of them. Like, particularly with this game and Banjo-Tooie. I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for saying this, but I actually like Banjo-Tooie a little more. It is my favorite game of all time, well, alongside Majora's Mask, since, you know, it's also part of another one of my favorite video game series, and of course it naturally would be my favorite game of all time, because I just love those to death, but anyway, going on topic, yeah, we're doing Banjo-Kazooie. Well, I mean, we're just part of those series, but yeah, I do actually enjoy Banjo-Tooie a little more. I mean, because, you know, it does feel a little more innovative, but I can never stop going back to Banjo-Kazooie, though, because, you know, I still have happy memories with the game. So, like, I can never get bored with it, and I can always just go back to Banjo-Kazooie, like, whenever I want to. I still love the game, just as much as well. So yeah, as we can see here, So Tooty is about to get captured by Grunty because she wants to steal her beauty, and so that way there she'll make herself look a little better, and as a result, Tooty will be absolutely ugly, which is actually what a lot of the fans wanted to see because of that. But yeah, we'll see it later. And somehow Banjo is actually sleeping through the entirety of the ruckus. Like there's so much fighting, so much pounding, and yet Banjo still sleeps for all that. Completely ignore the fact that he's sleeping through the fact that his own sister is being kidnapped. Oh man, what a good brother, eh? Anyways, so now we are in our control here. So let's go and talk to Bottles right here, who is actually going to be our mentor, and he is one who teaches us the moves while starting with the basic ones. Also, one thing that kind of doesn't make sense, though, like, Bottles and Tooty are apparently pretty good friends, but this is actually the first time that he's officially meeting Banjo. I don't get how this makes sense, but, hey, whatever. Anyways, so, one thing I actually do want to say about this is that, this Let's Play in particular is actually originally meant to be a celebration of Banjo-Kazooie finally making it into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, I was already planning on doing a Let's Play of this game after Sonic Adventure, but ever since I saw the very legendary and that announcement of Banjo-Kazooie finally coming back home to a Nintendo console of being fighters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I have been so overjoyed, almost to the point of tears, that I really wanted to get to this game right away. And, you know, I would say that, yeah, this Let's Play would just be dedicated and just be in celebration of Banjo-Kazooie being in Smash Ultimate. However, I wasn't able to do it sooner than I thought I wanted to be because, well, for one thing, I mean, a lot of things come up, like, been a little busy trying to pick up a lot of shifts in my previous job, and also because, we were moving. Yeah. My parents suddenly decided to move from Florida to at least, somewhere in southern Georgia, and, yeah, I've been very busy with that, so I wasn't able to go through with having to hurry up and finish Sonic Adventure just so I can get to this game. But, you know, I mean, as I say, it's, you know, better late than never, so overall, I'm happy that I finally got to this game, and I can just still celebrate it this way regardless. So, anyway, I think that's all I had to say about that, so, I want to go ahead and just go over with what we're doing right now. So yeah, this is actually one of those rare instances, like, this is basically the tutorial level. Well, Spiral Mountain, actually. Spiral Mountain is very well known, like, for being the starter level, and it is the tutorial level. However, this is actually one of those rare instances in which... Get it? I said rare! Okay, then. So, it's actually one of those instances in which you can skip the tutorials. So, Bottles will actually ask you if you want to go through the tutorials, or if you just want to skip them entirely. So, that's actually what a lot of people like to do, just skip the tutorials if they've already gotten themselves familiarized with this game. All the basic moves. However, I actually decided to say yes for two reasons. One reason is because if I said no, then the video would have just gone on for a very short time. Like, just about at least 10 minutes, which is actually what the original time limit for YouTube, so it could have gone that way, but we're not in that era anymore. Because nowadays people are just are making about 20-minute videos, so I didn't want to make this video too short, so that's why I decided to go for the tutorials. Second reason is because, I actually really do love the banter between Bottles and Kazooie, because, like, for every conversation that you have with Bottles, well, almost every one of them, you'll always see, like Kazooie just making every single jab at Bottles, or every single one of those mechanics at any kind of moves there is, and I just love seeing that. I love Kazooie. She's absolutely, like, genius with everything. Like, just seeing every single thing and just making some sort of banter or some kind of a jab at anything whatsoever. I just love seeing that. It's really what makes the Banjo-Kazooie series so charming. Like, you know, just Kazooie being one of them, definitely. So, anyway, so yeah, I guess you guys have already seen the camera controls, which are just mapped to the C buttons, and also the jumping controls, which is actually, like, pretty simple jumping. So, and this right here is just for swimming underwater. What this entails is that we're basically just collecting the empty honeycomb pieces, which is actually used where if you collect 6 of them, then you actually get a health upgrade, like an extra honeycomb. Honeycombs are actually basically your health. Let's see. Like, we can't even get those right now because the enemies are not there yet, but we will see them pretty soon. But yeah, yeah, the honeycombs, the kind of honeycombs do serve as your health, and these empty ones are just serve as being your health upgrade after you collect all 6 of them. And there is a total of 6 that we can just go ahead and collect, just start things off. And they are actually crucial for doing a 100% completion. And yes, just like always, that's actually what I'm going to be doing. Just do 100% completion by collecting every single nook and cranny that there is in this game. And that's actually what this game is in a nutshell. It is basically a collectathon platformer. It's what people say a clone of Super Mario 64. Well, now, I mean, you know, some people may, I mean, there might be a few minors that, that just may not be that fond of it, but I will say, though, that it is still a freaking good Super Mario 64 clone. Okay, I don't want to go with the clone stuff because it already wouldn't be fair to me to say. I mean, it is similar in a way, with some differences, and of course, like, I mean, between Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie, I will say this, though, that, yeah, it may be a bit of a bias, but I do prefer Banjo-Kazooie. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Super Mario 64, I really do. It's also been a part of my childhood, and I also have happy memories of that game as well, but there's actually quite a few reasons as to why I would think Banjo-Kazooie would be the better one than Super Mario 64. More on that a little later, though, because, you know, we're not quite there yet. And here's the big barge right here, which we can use on these stones right here. And the last one would be, yep, there's the empty honeycomb piece right there. And the last one that we're going to be going over is the one with the, where we just teach those, or Bottles teaches us those combat moves. Yep, we're going to get into some combat right here. Actually, one thing I didn't get to go over because I got ahead of myself again. When you're underwater, you may have noticed that little, those little blue hexagons on the very left. That's actually your air meter, and they gradually go down if you stay underwater for too long, and if they go empty, then yeah, you drown. And so, I guess before I just talk about other things, let's go ahead and talk about the combat here. So, first off, we have the claw swipe just by pressing the B button. And I don't recommend you use it much because it is borderline useless. It doesn't have that much of a good range. I mean, it is kind of effective if you get close to the enemy, but like I said, it's not very good range, so I wouldn't recommend it all that much, but, you know, I guess that's why we're here, right? And, no, Kazooie, we are not ready to fly just yet. We'll do that one day, but only later. And next up is the forward roll attack. Just by running and then pressing B, then we do this. And we got another one right here. And I know I'm kind of jumping the gun a bit here, but they kind of did change the combat a bit in Banjo-Tooie. Where, well, I mean, that'll just explain a little later, but I will say that it is actually a little better in that game, but more on that once we get to that game. And this last one, of course, is the Rat-a-tat-rap. That's actually the one move that I tend to use a lot of the times. Because it's actually the strongest move that we have right here, because we have Kazooie pecking at those mooks right here. Like that. Yeah, just by pressing A and then B, and then they use the Rat-a-tat-rap. It's actually very effective. It's pretty much the strongest move, and it's something that I actually kind of like to use a lot. And so, with all 6 of the empty honeycombs, then we get our, well, of course, extra honeycomb, and that's a health upgrade. And, well, actually, first let me explain this, yeah, this right here. There's a honeycomb right here, so that's basically your health right here. So make sure that if you're very low on health, just make sure you find them, they always just pop out every time you defeat an enemy, so that's actually one good thing about it. And one more thing I also want to go over. You may have noticed that little counter right next to Banjo-Kazooie's face. This game actually does have a life system. And so if you saw one of those Banjo statues, like the one I just picked up in the waterfall, that is, of course, the extra life. So, you know, if you want to, I mean, you can just go and pick up as many of them as you want to. I would say for one certain part and later on in the game, I would highly recommend you pick up as many lives as possible because, oh god, I'm dreading it right now. But we're still at the beginning, so we won't worry about it until then. But yeah, just if you want to, just pick up those as many of those banjo statues as you want to, and they just give you an extra life. And so, I guess that's about it for this video. So. Yeah, I don't know if there's any more I want to talk about for this game or for what I actually really do love about the game, but we're at the end of the video, so I don't want to go too much here. So anyway, so I guess that's it for the tutorial and Spiral Mountain. And so next time on Let's Play Banjo-Kazooie, we're going to be heading right into Gruntilda's lair and see what's up next. And hopefully we'll just find any clues in order to rescue Tooty before the one thing that everybody wants to see happens. Hey, I'll show that off sometime if you guys really want to. I'm sure you guys would, but I can show that off. So, anyways, until next time, see you guys later.